Hello everyone, this is the Magical Interfaces channel and Clandestine Lodge, and this is the Godhead speaking. We're going to perform a very simple ritual that I've put together, which I decided to call the ritual or the rite of the online and offline. So the purpose of this ritual will be to enable you to see the connections between interfaces used in the world today and magic. And very briefly, just wanted to recap the fact that a spell enables us to visualize a sequence of events in the same manner that we order letters in order to spell out words, and we in turn order or sequence words in order to produce sentences that communicate a specific idea. Now, the whole point of this is to get rid of some of the misperceptions about magic and to show you that this is going on all the time and everybody's doing this. And I mentioned this before because people seem to think that magic is something unusual or something that some of us do and others don't, and that it's somehow evil. And I just wanted to show that that is not the case. Writing itself is magic, as I've mentioned before, and there's a connection between the words write, R-I-H-T, write, W-R-I-T-E, and rite, R-I-T-E, or ritual. So let's get to the ritual of the online. Now, in preparation to work this rite, I'd like you to take out 4 aces from a pack of cards. And I am using a Casino Quality Club Special B deck for this example. And some of this is actually based on a book called Portable Magic by Donald Tyson. And that's one of the books that I recommend for creating an interface. Another good book for this is Homemade Magic by Lone Milo Duquette, and another book is the New Hermetics by Jason Newcomb. These will enable you to understand how you can design a simple interface of triggers or buttons or icons or whatever you want to call it in order to trigger pre-programmed functionality in your subconscious mind. And I'll be discussing how the interface relates to object-oriented programming in greater detail, but I just wanted to keep it simple for now. And this initial ritual of the online-offline is not going to use many correspondences. So in other words, I'm going to keep it simple. Red represents on or consciousness. It's one of the colors of the sun. And black will represent off, or the unconscious mind. So we're going to place an ace of diamonds corresponding to air at the top, or at the front, an ace of hearts to the right, corresponding to fire. So diamonds will correspond to air, hearts will correspond to fire. Now you might want to switch those around, but the main thing is to keep the two red suits to the east and to the south, or to the front, top, or to the right. I'm placing clovers at the bottom or the back corresponding to water. I decided to use that because clovers does sound like low. And there are words that relate to that. We're not going to get into it, like slow. And then I've chosen spades as the card that will represent earth, because a spade is used to dig earth. Okay, so in this case, clovers will represent water, and spades will represent earth. Okay, so once again, diamonds and hearts correspond to on, clovers and spades correspond to off. Now, the gesture we're going to use is that of flicking on or off a light switch. And this is basically in order to turn the light bulb on in your head, in order to get a bright idea. And it should be performed, if it is your will to do so, when possible, after smoking. And in this case, air will represent smoke, and fire will correspond to the flame used to light your smoking mixture. Now, in this case, I also have the Fool card at the center. Actually, it's the Joker in this case, but I'm using the Joker to represent the Fool. And those of you that have used the tarot are probably familiar with the fact that the Fool represents 0. And the Magician card represents 1. So we're dealing with binary here. And in this case, the idea is to produce an object that is derived from nothing and is composed of binary or bits. So we're creating a binary stream that results in some form of byte that represents the object that we are instantiating in object-oriented terms. So we've got the diamonds and hearts corresponding to 1, or on, and clovers and spades corresponding to -1. So +2 plus -2 equals 0. So we are basically getting ideas from an empty mind. The ideas come and they return from an empty mind, or perhaps a blank board or canvas or trestle, whatever you want to call it. We banish all ideas. In other words, we clear a space that is free of any distractions, not in harmony with the idea that we are trying to invoke or call into awareness or consciousness. And then we are banishing the idea by returning that idea back to nothing or 0, the empty state of mind. So the idea comes from